Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, I am doubly excited today, pun intended, for a couple of reasons. First of all, we're getting to start some kind of What's Map tradition. Last year, 2021, the very first map of the year was done by this creator, and they've been relegated a couple of days this year, but they're still being done in the first week, so that's nice. Secondly, of course, last week we had the Map of the Year series, which meant there were no What's Maps, which meant the top performing map of the moment at the beginning of the week did not get seen, and we've managed to fit it in today. I also say that a good desert map is a very good map indeed, and what we have today is a good desert map. It's been made for a specific purpose, so it might not suit for everybody, but I think it's going to be very popular, and I see no reason why not to play it if you're looking for this style of game. But before we do any of that, let's crack on with a daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is ILOS by Eggsy. Yes, Eggsy is back. Done them 10 times in the past, and most of the last 5 they've cracked the big score, i.e. 12 stars or more. There's the start square. That's all I've got to say about that one. The terrain heights are very flat in the middle of the map with some backdrops on the edges. That's basically, yeah, standard, stock standard. Resources are very light. It's not really a resource map, although obviously forestry. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour and want to do some fishing, why the heck are you playing a desert map? No complaints from me. Off to the workshop, or what do we need? Well, there's mass transit. You will need mass transit for this one. And then there is a one-click collection. Now, this is the map that's being used by Overcharged Egg, hence the double egg cited, because we have Eggsy and Overcharged Egg. And so, yes, it's going to be very popular because I love their work as well. We got the one-click collection. We'll be using the Phoenix theme, which was actually made by Eggsy themselves. The Relight Film LUT, quick check of my notes. And we've got a few things to subscribe to. No controller, intersection marking tool is in operation today. And then we've got things like Proprietary Anarchy and so forth. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? The Unified UI mod, I'm not entirely sure that would be absolutely required for the map. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't see why you absolutely need it. I don't think I've... Actually, I do have it, but I don't think I really absolutely use it to its top potential. So, anyway, let's get down to ground level. So, yeah, Overcharged Egg has obviously spoken with Eggsy and said, "Hey, Egg, yeah, what do you want, Egg? You're a good egg. Would you make me a good map, Egg?" And so I'll stop with the eggs now. And so basically, Eggsy scrambled and sorry, stop it. And so they cracked on and stop it, and made them this map, and it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. If you're looking for true realism, I think this is where the map falls down a little bit. But if you're looking for a very strong map, specifically if you're going for that American style grid city, desert grid city, if you're looking to do like a New Vegas, absolutely spot on with this map for that style. I don't know what sort of build that Overcharged Egg is going to go for. Intersection marking tool in operation there, quite neatly done. We will actually be coming back to have a look at the talking points. I do have a slight talking point with those, but it's not anything I've got any major grumbles on. But yeah, it's just a slight talking point. So yeah, I don't know what sort of style of build. I from what I've read, they're going for like a custom build. Overcharged Egg doing a custom build, not a vanilla build. Can you believe that? It's going to be amazing. But and on this map as well, going to be amazing. But in terms of, like I say, true, I've got 1 or 2 questions about the layout of the map in terms of true realism, but it is laid out perfectly if you're looking to do a... I don't care about true realism, I just want my city to look really, really, really good. And it would. Look at the intersections here, are just dreamy. Very neatly done there, Eggsy. Very, very neatly done. The intersections are amazing on this map. The theme, the Phoenix theme made by Eggsy, absolutely stunning. And using the relight film, it just makes the whole thing really pop. You get that granular kind of sharpness to it, which is just absolutely amazing. We've got rail running through here with the old gantry over the top there. That's very neat. I often see that being used. And looks good. Looks very, very nice. And then Start Square. Start Square. Yeah, I mean, what's there to say? You don't need an intersection because we've got automatic crossroads stuff going on. Yeah. How would you personally play this one? I mean, I feel it begs to do as like a Vegas style build, but also I think it might struggle with traffic because obviously I don't know obviously actually I haven't really given it there you go YouTube, I haven't given this too much thought at all. Yeah, damn YouTubers, I haven't given it too much thought. I normally come down and I just have a look at the map and say, do I feel like a player? I think the problem is, for me, it doesn't fit with my style of build. That's my problem. It doesn't fit with my style of build. I'm not really enticed by desert maps normally, unless they're really exciting. The old Douglas maps were pretty exciting. And personally, I'm not enticed by a flat grid city. But I can see how a lot of people will be, because we've got a lot of American players of the game, a lot of American viewers of the channel as well. And so what your natural tendency to build would be grid cities. Of course, Cities Skylines forces you, it nudges you towards grid cities because it all wants to clip to right angles, doesn't it? So everything fits very neatly. And yeah, I prefer sort of the more intricate, older style European type cities with the why did they build a road over there? And of course it made sense maybe 300 years ago. Great intersection area again down here. Yeah, it made sense 300 years ago to build that Twitten. Excuse me. And then what we have now is complete gridlock in the city because we're not allowed to knock down this road because it's got a 400-year-old house on it and such. It's magical. It's a magical way to live. But if you're going to build from scratch, of course you build a grid. Of course you do. Why would you not? But anyway, I digress. Eggsy, yes, we've reviewed... Get Eggsy out of the way, I guess. We've reviewed them 10 times in the past. Starting off in episode 1025 with 10 stars. Then they had a couple of 11 stars in 1043 and 1063. And then a spike, an exceptional 1088 map with 13 stars. From that point, apart from the 2 snowfall maps they've done, they have always scored 12 stars or above. And so, from 1088 onwards, exceptional work from Eggsy, and it continues. They've established themselves as one of those exceptional creators. 1092 was a snowfall map, got 9 stars. 1229 was the other snowfall map, got 11 stars, and in between there you have 1107, the first map of last year, got 12, 1167 got 12, 1185 got 12, 1329 got 13. That was their last time out, and what a beauty of a map that one was as well. And another one of those maps that was shortlisted for the Map of the Year series. Sadly, I had to chop some maps at the end, and that was just one of those that got chopped. And every single time I chopped a map from the Bringer of Fire got chopped this year. Portage. I was absolutely certain that was a shoe in that one for the Map of the Year series. And yeah, oh my god, there were so many exceptional maps I had to. This year was last year was an exceptional map year. Exceptional. Anyway, yeah, now. So, desert map. So yeah, if you this map, the layout of the roads and the rails is either kind of be north-south, east-west, or on pretty much like here, 45-degree angles of north, south, east, west. So northeast, southwest, southeast, northwest, and so forth. I'm stopping. Stop it. Don't worry. I'm not going to go through every cardinal direction. But yes. So with the 45-degree angles like this, it kind of helps you align your roads and your inner city, your grids. Just have those, because we don't want it completely gritty. You want those slight angles running through it as well. And then we have the dry riverbeds, which also, you'll see later, sort of fit with that pattern. I mean, wow. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll take a short intermission. We'll come back right after this. We'll check for the shipping routes. Do you think there'll be shipping routes on today's map? I'll let you know right after this.
Are you bored with the standard vanilla bridges? Have you seen those lovely custom bridges but don't know how to use them? Ooh, very nice. Then you need a beginner's guide to custom bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And so back to ILOS by Eggsy. And the shipping routes. There aren't any. Come on, be real now. And we have an air route that goes corner to corner right the way across the middle of the map. Which is going to mean that if you put down an airport basically anywhere, you're going to get air route. That's it. That's all you need to know. Yep, lovely. Brilliant. That's exactly what I would have done, I think. Pretty sure. Thanks, Eggsy. Water flow. All right. Yeah. This isn't going to suit for the pump and draw game, but this is going to be one for custom assets, or if you have any of the DLCs that would give you assets for dealing with pumping and drawing, then you could do that. But yeah, I would say custom assets are definitely a way to go on this one. Now, let's have a quick look at the top down. You'll see what I mean by how it's very much set out for a grid city. First of all, it's perfectly flat. Then we have the horizontals and the verticals going on here. And then the diagonals, the 45-degree diagonals going on. And even those dry riverbeds, see how they kind of sort of like go horizontally and vertically as well. It just kind of all sets up for that big grid city. We come down to, loving this. Ground level for the desert view. How about that? Such a great theme. Eggsy. Great theme, Eggsy. Right, okay, let's pull back and have a snuffy at some of those things we've not had a decent look at. Talking points. Right, okay. Intersection marking tool. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But a little bit of a janky going on a lot of the off-ramps. See how it just janks a little bit there. And if we come over here, that one's not too bad actually, that one. Okay. How about up here? Oh, here we go. Yes. So you can see here, and a truck type thing, and you see how it has to cut the corner there. There's no naturals. So yeah, if that's the worst thing with the map, then well, it's not a bad map, is it? Now, from all the way up here, you can see we've got the old tiling of the textures, but does that really appear when we get down, which is the only thing that really matters? And the answer is no. When you're down here, you can't see any of that at all. So I had to point that one out because I just thought that there might be one or two people would notice that one from the top-down view at the start. When you're down here, there is absolutely no sign of it being gritty at all. So, well, it's got a gritty map. Do you want gritty mountains as well? Don't be silly. Right, over here, I'm going to take you for a short journey. Again, nice use of the intersection marking tool right here. I like that a lot. And then we'll go over the flyover here. And we'll just go for a short journey. And we'll take in a couple of the little feature areas while we're doing it. A little bit of a canal crossing going on there. We will be checking out the canal routes in a moment, so if that's what you're waiting for, don't worry, we will be having a look at those too. And then the road follows up, and a little bit of an S-bend going on here. All nicely done, no grumbles with that. Up to the big old dam. Nicely done dam, of course, because there is a dam here. You're going to want a nice and straight dam as well, that's good work. Anyway, you're going to want to let the game run a little bit to let the water settle down. It will flood for a little while, but it'll sort itself out pretty quickly when you start the map up. And then down here too, everybody's favourite factories. Why would you not want to use these? They're beautiful assets. Beautifully ugly, but beautiful. I'm not complaining. And then we got the reservoir. Reservoir at the top. Feeding water into the... I don't get this river system, even though it is fantastical. Okay, so down here I get... Okay, right, we are moving the water away from its natural route for irrigation purposes. And look at the dry riverbed. Look at this. Look at that. Oh. And then the dam looks... I'm totally buying into the dam. I'd say this is good work as well. And then we have the water transferred via a couple of these. So irrigation or just getting water for drinking purposes to different locations. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is okay. I'm okay with this. This part of it I'm good with. Then it connects up with this river, which is coming down from the mountain. So it must be flowing down this way. Then we get a T-junction. The rivers don't normally have T-junctions. So I would like to have seen that sort of like arc the direction the water's supposed to be flowing, but I would say it clearly is meant to be running this way. And then as it flows this way, we hit another dam. So there's no water running through from this point onwards. And I don't entirely get it. I think it all flows out this way. And then the dry riverbed, where it meets the other river, again, I feel that this should have more of an arc to it. Maybe this sort of shape. Just to show which way. Even just a hint. Even if it's not totally real. Because it's not totally realistic layout. But I feel that it probably should have had that just as a little nod. Unless, of course, they were originally canals themselves. In which case, maybe they should be straighter. I don't know. Anyway, back down to the start square where... we have the asset of the day, the Estación Central del Paraguay by Macwelshman. Okay, my apologies, my Spanish is as good as my German, and definitely way better than my Welsh. Don't ever try to speak Welsh, guys. It's the hardest language in the world. Or maybe not, but anyway. Factoids, because factoids. Right, the map we're playing is ILOS. So ILOS in Greek mythology was the founder of Ilion, aka Troy. According to legend, the king of Phrygia, hopefully I've got that right, hopefully it's definitely not Phrygia, Phrygia gave ILOS 50 young men and 50 girls and a spotted cow as a wrestling prize, with the advice that he found a city wherever the cow first lay down. So Troy, founded by a cow and fallen by a horse. Hey, there you go. It's one of those factoids I didn't know too much about before. ILOS, or ILOS, maybe. Right, Estación Central del Paraguay by Macwelshman. That is beautiful. I'll tell you what, we want a decent railway station in the city. How about that? I really hope that Overcharged Egg uses that on their build, because they're doing a custom build. That is absolutely overcharged. If you're watching this, Egg, that's what you need, in my opinion. Anyway, what do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description. Take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. But what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I'm loving the theme. I'm loving the LUT. I think there's a lack of imagination in the layout, but also I imagine that Eggsy has been told, I want to do it Grid City, can you lay it out in the grid format? So they're probably following instructions. You can't fault that, and it still pops. The map still pops. It is still a good desert map. So I want to go 4 stars, but I think I have to go bottom end. So it just lacks a little swish, you know. Detailing is strong. I'd like to see more on it, but again, it's been made for a YouTuber, so those areas have been deliberately left out anyway. So, what there is very, very good. I've got to go medium low 4 because there could be more squished in. Gameplay, it's made exactly right for what it needs to be. I'd still say it's very playable if you're playing a custom style game, so low 4 for me. because of lack of excitement. I'm not excited, but I am approving, because this is a very good map indeed. Doesn't suit for me, which means that those ratings are probably a little, well, I mean, the ratings are always a little bit biased in one way or another, no matter what you do. If you try and counter your biases, then you become just too much spending towards another one, and I just try and be true to myself where I can. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but that map was definitely a hit. Anyway, are you still here? I'm talking to myself. If you're here, prove you're part of the 20 and out elites. Use the words of the day in the comments, score yourself some population points, and I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Have a great day.